Hello and welcome back to TTN Presents Monsters and Other Childish Things. I am so excited to be back. We haven't recorded in a little while, so we're gonna get comfy. We're gonna wiggle around and have some fun. I'm gonna let you all introduce yourselves. So starting with Zoop, who the heck are you? Where can people find you? What are you doing here?
Hi, I'm Zoop or Supriya. You can find out what I'm doing at zoopmachine.card.co, and I am playing Purvi Patel.
Thank you, Mia. How about you?
Hi, I'm Mia. You can find stuff about me at eosha.card.co. Do some nerdy things and art things.
Thank you. And what about Cell?
Hey, I'm Sel. I go by they them. And you can find everything in my links.
And how about Rosie?
Hi, I'm Rosalie, Rosie, Rose, Rosa, whatever you'd like. I like nicknames. Find me at Rose Say Tears on all the social medias and my card. I play Evie or Evelyn in front of her parents.
Thank you. And I am Juicy Garland, Boston area drag queen and super nerd. You can find me at Juicy Garland or at juicy.garland. Search one, you'll find the other. I am real excited to play this game again. It has been so long, and we are coming into the home stretch of our mini series. So, my question of the week for all of you: were your parents weird about friends eating over or staying over? Knowing you as I do, Rosie, that is not a surprise. Tell me about
Yeah.
these weird vibes in your parents' day.
Well, I didn't have friends come over to my place very often, but like a lot of Evie's parents' overprotectiveness is how my parents were. I would not be able to go over to someone's house without permission. They had to have the parents' contact information. They had to know that the parents knew that I was coming over. It couldn't just be me and the friend deciding I was going to their house. Everything had to be checked out. They did not want me to stay the night with a family that they didn't know. And likewise, I don't know that I ever had any friends like sleep over at my house. And I think that was a lot just because like familial privacy, like I had siblings and I was the youngest and at the time the only girl. So lots of elementary school girls bothering two teenage boys. Do we really want that?
Yes.
So I did get to do some sleepovers and stuff. I did get to go over to friends' houses and stuff. It was very, very organized and very, the bases were covered. Safety was kept in mind. And there were times when I was very young, when I was like elementary school, my parents were like, you're too young to sleep over.
Really?
So they would come and pick me up at bedtime. Yeah. If my friend was having
Oh.
like a sleepover for their birthday, they would come and pick me up at bedtime.
Oh, that's interesting. What about the
Yeah.
rest of you?
I think I had some similar, but I think so. My experience of childhood and friendships was heavily flavored by the fact that I was constantly being bullied. And therefore, I had a lot of friends who stopped being my friends when they learned that I was being bullied.
Oh.
It was a pretty consistent experience for the first 12 years of my life. And as a result, my parents were whenever I would be like, hey, I have a friend I want to come over, they would be like, really? Oh my God, bring him over. They were very, very encouraging of that because they understood just how much I was going through at school.
Oh, okay. What about you, Sabria?
I don't know that I had sleepover type friends in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember for my maybe 12th birthday, I did get to have like a huge sleepover slumber party with all the Sailor Scouts. Um yeah, it was we were all assigned Sailor Scouts, so it was all the Sailor Scouts. And the main thing I remember about that is one of the girls took my guinea pig and took her onto the porch, and it was like, what are you doing, you crazy woman? So that's what I remember. In terms of just like sleeping over though, I think like the weirdest thing for me was I used to sleep my cousin, he's 3 years older than me, and we used to sleep in the same bed just fine until one day when we went on vacation and my mom was like, I think you two are too old to be sleeping in the same bed, which is the first time I realized my cousin was a boy and was like very uncomfortable.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, it's the first time I made that delineation of like, we are two different genders.
I totally get that. I didn't have any male friends until I was a teenager, and at that point I wasn't having a huge amount of sleepovers just in general. And also my best friend at the time, we're not going to name him for obvious reasons. I had a really bad relationship with his parents because there was a moment that occurred while we were at recess, and he got picked up during recess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very I've had a potty mouth my whole life.
Mood.
So while he was walking to his parents' car, his parents standing outside of it, I said, "See ya, bastard."
I love that for you.
And they hated me from that moment on.
That's
He was
so
never allowed
funny.
to come over. He was never allowed to come over. I was never allowed to go over to his place. His parents like banished the idea of me.
That's so
Amazing.
hilarious. My first friend was a boy, actually, because this was because our parents were friends and we went to the same church, and our birthdays were 4 days apart. He was only 1 year younger than me, and our birthdays were 4 days apart. So it was an easy, like, okay, our kids are the same age. I got his older sister's hand-me-downs. He got my older brother's hand-me-downs. I got to go over to his house all the time. He came over to my house like once. It was mostly like that our parents were friends, and therefore we were friends, but we also like had very similar hobbies. And then in like 2016, he added me on Facebook, and I saw he posted a Republican meme, and I unfriended him.
Now, what about you, Mia? What were your sleepovers and or friends over for dinner like? Were your parents weird about it at all?
Yeah, very much so. Very much if it was a school friend, it was chaperone. We would watch PG things, and it would be like, here's the itinerary for tonight, and yes, mama will be there in every single room. There's no hangout privacy, whatever.
Huh.
But if it was like close family friends or like cousins and stuff, like it's like we were off in the wilderness doing whatever. We would literally pack all into like a tiny room, barely like any room for anyone to sit or lay down, and we would just play games and watch stuff. And like it got to the point where like so like it was all different ages too, like some teens and then like itty bitty ones, and yeah, so very different sides of the spectrum, I would say.
Ah, okay. Yeah, my parents encouraged me to sleep over friends' houses. They would have been fine with having friends over, but they didn't really want to deal with it. So, and I ended up sleeping literally everywhere and barely being home after the age of like 7, because either was at one of my grandmother's places, or I'd be at a friend's house. Especially in summer, my parents never saw me. I was like someone else's child. And while my parents weren't weird about dinner or like sleepovers, my friend Scott across the street, his parents were really weird about food, and I think it's because like his grandmother like experienced the depression so intensely. And then I had a friend down the street whose mom was from Germany, and I love her. She's great, but boy howdy was she weird about sharing food, and made me go home when they'd have dinner, walk home down the street, and then I would be allowed to go back over after they were done.
I had a neighbor like that. I did have a neighbor who did that too. Yeah.
This reminds me, I had a neighbor, so I lived in a townhouse complex as a child, and I knew my neighbors really well as a result. There was this one neighbor who I became super close friends with, and we would have sleepovers at each other's house like all the time. We had another neighbor who we both really mutually hated, who was in our same age group, and I remember during one of our sleepovers, we were like, we took out the printer paper and we were drawing like, okay, how do we kill her?
Amazing. Children planning murder. I love that. All right. And on that note, why don't we get into our last week on Monsters and Other Childish Things rant? So, last time, our favorite Chaos Kids had themselves in a real pickle. Purvi and Harper were stuck being dragged to the vice principal's office past their parents with their bully Alexis Janelle in tow. Along the way, some odd things occurred, like Mr. Chen knowing things he ought not to. Then, he sent Alexis away to the nurse after she revealed the existence of an unnatural friend. Ollie and Evie schemed to get their friends out and pull the fire alarm, forcing an end to the interrogation by Mr. Chen. In the chaos, Harper found a way to steal Mr. Chen's date book and overheard some teachers discussing a couple kids who'd been mysteriously sent to the hospital. When returning back to class after the fire alarm, the students saw Alexis' mother distressed and leaving the school. They got back into the swing of things and had their bring your parent or guardian to work day, discovering that everyone's parents were somehow connected to Philco and having noticed, suspiciously, that Alexis was no longer there. Harper's mom invited everyone for dinner and suggested a sleepover. She arranged things with everyone's parents. This included a ride home with Harper's mom and her new assistant, Ms. Bianca Nolla. Once at Harper's, the kids investigated the date book and the strange cube. Harper, Evie, and Ollie discovered that Mr. Chen and Harvey Marblehead, the CEO of Philco, were dating. And then, shortly before they found the body, something changed in the records. Purvi repeatedly struggled to open the cube and failed. With tension rising, the kids were called to dinner with everything under silver domes. And we found out it was, in fact, ordered pizza and burgies. So, this is where we come back to. We come to this massive dining room with an outrageous long table. I believe it was like a white tablecloth and a white room with silver candelabras and silver domes everywhere. Was that right, Sal?
Yes, think like the like influencer house that you keep seeing everywhere. Think that.
Yep, I hate that. I love it.
But isn't it like sad and white, not sad and beige, right?
Yes, it's sad white with like that neutral gray accent and then silver.
Like cool tone sad beige.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was going to suggest like gray accents. I'm glad you brought that up. And then anywhere there's a metal accent, it's silver. It's not gold.
Exactly. Silver or chrome.
Yes. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of chrome in this house.
Chrome in a house with an
lot of
8-year-old?
chrome.
My God.
I love it. All right. So, you're all at the long dining table. Silver domes have been popped by the help. We have Sel's dad all the way down the end reading his newspaper, eating a hamburger, and he is relishing this hamburger. This man rarely expresses joy, but it's been a long time since he's been allowed to eat a hamburger and fries. And he's just like eating a big juicy burger and like slapping mountains of ketchup on his Frenchy fries and like reading his Wall Street Journal.
I think Purvi, when they lift the silver dome off, she's like, they give us dinner hats, and takes the silver dome and puts it on her head and looks at everyone else, expecting everyone else to do the same thing.
Wait, those are hats?
Yeah.
I never knew those were hats. Harper, are those supposed to be hats? This whole time?
Ollie
No.
puts his on, and he's just like, his voice is echoing in the dome. Yeah, guys, I think that's how you do it.
This is
I think
I feel
they must be adult sized.
And that's when Sel's mom was like, "Darling, no, that's just a silver dome
Look.
for the food. No, take that off your head and just dig in.
Oh, okay.
okay.
And then
Come on, kids."
Ollie puts that into his backpack.
Harvey, that was you're fine. They're just grown up sized. They're just grown up sized.
Yeah, I just thought, this is such a fancy house. I thought they gave us hats to eat with our food.
We got McDonald's, not Burger King.
And that is when Bianca Nolla, the assistant, like walks up behind you and just kind of grabs the dome and slowly pulls it away. Remind me, did someone have a monster who likes shiny things?
I do.
And that is when you can hear like a muffled, almost restrained, like screaming, like through teeth, because this like shiny dome of silver and all of the others are caught by Miss Bitsy's eye.
Do the Pizza Hut pizzas have the little pizza tables?
Yes.
As I called them as a child. I don't
No,
know if
we
that's
all
actually what
did.
they're called.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, they-
Okay, cool. Because that is like her thing is like weird little trinkets and like useless things. And so I think I'm like eyeing the chicken nuggies, and I want chicken nuggies so bad.
Wait, you or the character?
The character. I have no appetite right now, bestie.
Okay.
But Evie is a chicken nuggies with no dipping sauce girly. She just like me for real.
I see that for her.
But instead she woefully, like, I think the one pizza that has the table still on it, they forgot to take it off because of course they had to transfer them into these platters. They're not in the boxes, but I think the one that they forgot to take it off of is like the Supreme pizza. And it has vegetables on it.
And like it's like vegetables and hamburger.
Yeah. No, thank you. But Evie like reluctantly like is like, can I serve myself or
Oh yes, just dig in.
She like takes that one because she can get the piece with the table on it.
Yeah,
and
like
like
Bitsy's like
just kind of try to surreptitiously like toss it to the side for her to catch it out of thin air surreptitiously.
and like the little plastic table thing never hits the ground, and you just hear as she's like underneath the table and like bumping around, and like every now and then like the table gets hit by her hair.
It's like how a dog knows when you do a certain thing it's going to get a biscuit. This is what happens on pizza night.
Yeah. So that's handled for now. What is everybody else doing at dinner?
So definitely getting some of the breadsticks, dipping them in the sauce because Pizza Hut breadsticks are the best. But also, is there like a little sugar tray, like maybe with like sugar cubes?
I feel like there might be a coffee service like on like a table in the background, like a chrome hyper modern coffee service with a little like bowl with a cap on it and a spoon sticking out, and there are sugar cubes in there.
Yes.
Porvi dips sees that Evie is giving Miss Bitsy something to play with, and takes a breadstick, dips it, starts chewing it, wanders over to the coffee thing, and palms a sugar cube to give to the marvelous mango.
And Miss Nala is right there. Dear, can I help you with something?
I've just never seen sugar cubes this big.
Oh, well, okay, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
How do they get them to stick together as cubes without, like, making them sticky?
I mean, if anybody would know, you'd know.
Never asked.
What is Ollie doing?
Ollie is so used to being in a household with like 10 people and having to fight for food. So I think Ollie comes off as very rude or hungry because Ollie's eating everything. And at a certain point, Ollie goes to Porvy like, "Are you gonna finish that?"
She breaks off a half of the breadstick and hands it over.
Ollie, there's still more on the platter.
Oh, I know. I'm making my way.
I feel like Harper is eating fries with a knife and fork.
Yeah, that tracks.
Does she have like ketchup in a little side like pool on her plate?
She has a very small little bowl that just has salt in it that she dips the fries in the salt.
Amazing.
We're all so neurodivergent, you guys.
I love this. So as that's happening, I think that
I try to give Ollie my supreme pizza so that I can take some chicken nuggets without feeling bad for not eating what's on my plate first.
Incredible. Yeah, so Mrs. White leaves the room for a moment. Oh, excuse me. I have one thing I need to do. So she's out of the room. And you can hear her starting to make a phone call.
This is when Porvy actually goes for the sugar cube.
Okay.
And the reason she's specifically going for the sugar cube, because she's still mad at Mango, but she also remembers what Mango did the last time he was in a house of a friend. And so she is preemptively cutting it off, like, here is your sugar cube. Keep it together.
Sugar. Okay. Oh,
I'm still mad at you.
Are there any of those breadsticks with like the icing up on the top of the table? Can I have one or two of those?
Are there?
You know Harper's parents got those.
Oh, she absolutely
yeah.
did, yeah.
She just take them and don't make a mess this time.
And like he's gonna stay under the table, but like a noodle arm comes up and like slithers around all of the plates, and it's like the like nub of a hand is like sniffing everything, looking for the sweet thing, like a big like noodle worm, until eventually like it finds the plate, and then like the little grasper just kind of grabs onto the plate and is dragging the plate slowly.
Yeah.
And like other stuff is being moved out of the way as the plate is dragging. Do you want to do anything to make this a little more discreet?
I snatch up the plate and be like, these are my favorites.
Okay. Can you give me that's a roll, I think, to
Yeah.
and like the dad totally oblivious, but there's Ms. Nulla in the room watching everyone kind of like a hawk. Let's try a connive roll, unless you
Okay.
have something better.
No, I do
Okay.
not.
Can my 8-year-old brain question why she's watching us so closely, or do I just assume that we're children and are being babysat?
Well, what do you think?
I don't... You have... Harper, I know that you have staff that takes care of you, and your mom's assistant typically does not have the duties of babysitter, yes? Your mom's assistant is with your mom.
Like,
I have 4 in brain. I think I'm smart enough to know that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, that is 2 twos.
Yes, good. So I wanted to go right back to that. So yeah, so it looks like you've covered, and you just grab this like silver plate covered in these like breadsticks with the little like sweet sauces. Like really, it's just frosting. And she buys it. Maybe
It's actually, I think it's actually, I leave the breadsticks and I just swipe all of the frosting, open my backpack, and drop it in.
And she watches you, and she's just smiling.
I need a lot of calories for swim practice.
Okay, dear. Sure.
She's like, this is a greedy little kid.
Meanwhile, Ollie.
This woman does not understand children. That is certain, if nothing else.
No,
I'm trying to get back into Evie brain instead of like my D&D character's brain, because
that
I'm like,
is fine.
I'm so sus.
I feel like Harper, going back off what Rosie was saying a second ago about like, do you think you would notice? I feel like Harper, because this woman is just very much like an in-office secretary sort of role, like assistant. It is kind of bizarre to Harper
that she's in your house.
That she's in the house for longer than like 10 minutes. Because like I feel like this woman would have come here sometimes, maybe to pick up documents, perhaps on occasion, or perhaps to deliver something. But aside from that, I don't think she's ever really stayed here.
She doesn't stay for dinner. She
Yeah.
doesn't stay for dinner, yeah.
And she's new. You've never met her before today.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new assistant, and
Got it.
from Philco. So give me, let's say, a notice roll.
The wide is 3 9s.
Oh, wow. Heck yeah. So what I will say is there's nothing certain here, but like there's a hard edge to this woman, and her smile never reaches her eyes.
I do
That-
think as Porvy is dropping the frostings in, she does offer one. What is this lady's name?
Ms. Nala.
Miss Nala, would you like one? I don't need all of them.
Miss Nola, are you not gonna hungry? Are you gonna eat?
Oh no, I'm fine, thank you.
Are you sure? You look sad.
It's like 7 o'clock. It's really late, and it's late for dinner. Are you gonna have dinner after this?
Oh,
You can
I've
have a breadstick too.
I've eaten.
That smile just gave me the creeps, dude.
Is she an alien?
Miss Nala, do you have any kids?
Oh, no, none of my own.
Oh.
Do you want kids?
I've thought about it. Yes.
Does this really homey setting make you desire children?
What?
Oh my
I think Harper's dad is like snorts behind his newspaper is what happens.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
hear
yeah.
the sound of the newspaper straighten and like a.
Like it almost tears. Like it. And she is just without break. I broke. She didn't. Ms. Nala's just like, this is a lovely home and quite impressive.
Uh-huh. How many rooms are there?
How many rooms are there, Sel? Do you think? How many
Oh,
bedrooms in this house?
I would say there's probably.
Do you have your own bath? Wait, I already know you have your own bathroom. We
Yeah, she
went in the
definitely has
bathroom
her
last
own
episode.
bathroom.
We went in the bathroom
There's-
last episode. Never mind, I didn't say that.
There's definitely
gonna
an
say there's-
exercise room. There's definitely a TV, like a
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
theater. There's a home
Yeah,
theater.
theater.
Yeah.
In the basement.
Yeah.
I think this is like a 7 to 8 bedroom scenario.
Jesus Christ.
I love.
Why are
how
we on the
insane
same
that is.
cul-de-sac? How are we on the same cul-de-sac, you guys?
Yeah,
It
it's
expands
as-
when you enter.
Juicy.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
May I use the sharing ability of the prismatic peepers that can see hidden things to look into this woman's soul?
Sure. Give me a roll. I'd love that.
Great. I used the number for the monster part, right? It's been like 2 months since we played.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
forgive
Use
me.
the monster parts.
Okay, that's 8. This is so many dice. I love dice pool systems, you guys. I love rolling dice. Okay, that's 2 8s, 2 4s.
Okay. What does it look like when you use the prismatic peepers?
Oh yeah, again, like the iris of Evie's eyes goes full Adobe Photoshop color wheel.
Oh, right, and it's like anime eye, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
and while she is doing those eyes, I think Porvy has figured out that that's really weird, and that's why Porvy is asking really weird ass questions to distract.
Pull attention.
Yes,
Thank you.
I like your retroactive making this make sense. So yeah, what was your result with your roll?
I had 2 pairs of different.
Oh yeah,
doesn't matter
all
what
you
number.
needed was a success. So so your eyes go big and do the brightly colored nonsense like a Mary Sue.
Uh-huh.
And when you look around, and you look at her, it's weird because where she should be is this black void sucking all light in, and you cannot tell anything about her.
Wow. What's her name again? Sorry, that's out of character.
Ms.
Evie
Noah.
Ms. Noah, you're really pretty. I make sure I say that after the I look at her, I go,
And actually, can you maybe roll me to freak out? I think
sure,
that before
that's
you
courage, right?
yep,
So-
courage.
So just to clarify, when Evie is using this like prismatic peepers,
Yeah.
and she looks at Miss Nola, it's just a black void instead of a person.
Yes. It's
Wow.
like the universe is hollow in the outline of Ms.
I specifically asked to look into her soul. This woman doesn't have a soul. That's the only conclusion I could come to. Anyway, I got 2 1s.
So, demon.
So, Yeah, you succeed, but only you are barely able to hold it
Mhm.
together.
Mhm.
From
I
this.
shovel a chicken nugget in my mouth.
Yeah. And I feel like that's when you call her pretty, is like
Mhm.
chicken nuggy bits are just flying out of your mouth. And she's
Oh
like,
no, Evie's parents trained that out of her years ago.
you managed to keep it all in?
Yeah, no,
Impressive.
I say she's pretty and then I put the chicken nugget in my mouth because you do not talk with your mouth full.
Good call. She's like, well, thank you, dear. That's very kind.
Mhm.
And that is when Mrs. White comes in and she's just like, good news, kids. I just talked to all your parents, and you're all welcome to just stay over tonight.
You mean my
Harper's-
guardian?
Yeah, well, that counts as parents, too, even if they're not biological.
Purvi's brain was just broken.
Dang. Wow.
Pervy has discovered found family.
Porvy, that's just family.
She weirdly goes and gives Mrs. Harper a hug, or Mrs. White a hug.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Harper's mom.
And she
You guys
does
planned
chuckle.
a surprise slumber party for us?
Well, yeah, I just am so tickled that Harper has friends and that they're over, so I'm more than happy to have you here while we're here. And if you need, you can go home and get anything you want for staying over and come right back.
Harper's like kicking her feet under the table, like her still stone faced at them, but like under the table, it's like.
We say it's if you can see our feet.
As Miss Bitsy's like thumping on the underside of
Mhm.
the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Ollie will be like, guys, let's go get stuff. I've never walked around at night before.
And I think Purvi and Ollie like go out hand in hand. They're like skipping.
Yeah.
It's literally just across the cul-de-sac. This is so precious. I love it.
I feel like Harper would be like, do we sleep in my room or do we use one of the spare rooms?
Anything
Harper,
you want,
I'm going to
sweetie.
go get my toothbrush. You hang on to this. I have tried to text under the table into my friendship, saying, I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting the name.
Ms. Nulla. I'll write
Ms.
it in our
Nulla.
chat so that way you can refer to it.
Null, so like
Yeah, no, I just need to
like
write it down
no.
on this sticky note with gnomes on it that I have in front of me. Ms. Nola, I like typed a message like, mom's help has no soul? Question mark, question mark, question mark. BRB. And I go to, I'm going to check when I'm at home, like being like, I'm here to give, I'm gonna make sure my parents see me, and I'm like, I can't believe you're letting me stay the night, because I'm like, frankly, I don't believe her. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like when you get home, your dad's just like, sweetheart, it's fine. They're just across the street.
Okay. What time do you want me home by?
Tomorrow? It's Friday.
Okay. What time tomorrow morning?
Whenever they kick you out.
I hope I don't get kicked out.
It's fine. Come
I'm not
home
gonna
when
get
you're
in
ready.
trouble, I promise. Okay.
Be home by like 5
Mhm.
p.m.
Okay. PM.
And
I have my little backpack. It's a different backpack than I bring to school. It's my road trip backpack that my parents got me for road trips.
Extra pockets.
and then
Yeah.
what are Purvi and Ollie doing?
So Purvi, once Purvi and Ollie split off, Purvi does a couple things. First, she takes out the marvelous mango. Like she goes back home, she goes into her room, and she pulls out the marvelous mango.
Hi.
Okay,
Yes.
I gave you sweets.
Uh-huh. All right, you got any more?
I'm really tempted to leave you here.
No! No! Ah! No!
Mango, listen to me. You mess anything up tonight, and I will never speak to you again.
I would like you to roll put down. Face plus put down, please. Either that or connive, whichever you think. If you're being honest, then that's a put down.
Yeah, that is. There's no successes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be fine. I'll be good. I'll be good.
I'm so serious. I will never speak to you again, and you can just go home to whatever monster planet you came from.
And a noodly arm like wiggles up through the air and boops your nose.
Boop.
She puts him under the bed.
No! No! I'll behave! I'll behave! I'll behave!
And
Noodly
then
arms wiggle out from underneath your bed.
the next thing she does is she collects like her toothbrush, PJs, and the like, and then she starts like ripping her room apart to find a present to take to Harper, because you can't go over to someone's house like that for such a long time without a present.
Okay.
So
Don't tell Evie that.
Do you think this is a charm roll, or do you think this is an outthink roll or a notice roll?
to find a
To find a gift. Yeah, because I
to-
want to know how lame this is going to be, and I'm going to let you choose whether you think this is charm or I'd let charm or notice. Just one of those two.
It's okay, so it's charm, but I would like to add my relationship with Harper to it.
I would love that because that puts it at risk.
Okay. So
it actually matters.
What are things you know Harper likes? Criminal Minds.
3 10s.
Oh, okay. What is something Harper would be 1,000,000% tickled pink to just be randomly given by Purvi? It has to be within the constraints of Purvi's.
Can I make a
belongings.
suggestion? Because doesn't your uncle work in like tech?
Yeah.
Would he have PC games on like a CD-ROM?
Oh yeah.
Like an old Nancy Drew CD-ROM game?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You find a stack of them because you played one once and you couldn't get it.
I'm
And he
so
just-
stupid.
And he just kept giving you more. So you have like a stack of 10 Nancy Drew CD-ROM mystery games.
Maybe Harper can teach me how to play these.
Amazing. By the way, I do have to plug my good drag sis, the Boston Trophy wife. She actually Twitch streams those Nancy Drew games occasionally.
Amazing.
So I'm familiar with them, and they're absurd. So you find a stack of those that you've only used one of them once to try and hated it.
I was so bad at it.
Yep.
Purvi is so different. Like Superior was obsessed with the brain games,
Mm-hmm.
like the lost mind of Dr. Brain or whatever.
Amazing.
Purvi and Superior are so different.
I love it.
How
So
many
then
of Ollie's siblings are jealous of him? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, so is Ollie with Purvi here? Or like you going to Purvi's house and then to your house together? Or are you going separate?
I think we maybe like split up. Like we walked and then once
Like you
we-
get to the middle of the little roundabout in your cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
I imagine there's like a circular island in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then what happens when you go home?
Yeah, I think Ollie, same kind of crazy house full of all these other siblings and stuff up doing homework, fighting over the TV.
The little ones are screaming over a toy.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother's like watching football because he's tragically straight.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
and Ollie takes opportunity there to sneak into the shared bedroom since everyone's kind of like in the living room, right, and hanging
Mhm.
out and stuff. Ollie takes he grabs a few things. I think he'll take like the Mummy DVD series because like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Like, we're gonna watch this and stuff. And
The whole series.
yes, and then
Incredible.
grabs his Game Boy And then he has a thought where he takes out his backpack and he takes out Beetleman and he sets him on his nightstand. He goes, I guess this is the first time I'll be without you, but I have to be brave, like my friends, and you've done a lot for me. You made me believe in myself, and I think it's now, it's time for me to prove that. So, yeah.
And when you turn around, Squick is like sitting on the top of your bag with his little teacup, like pretend slurping it with his like tentacles crossed like their legs. He's just like,
He seems like a cool guy.
Ollie scrunches his face. We didn't really get to talk about this. How come you never told me this entire time?
What do you mean?
That you were, alive and a real monster.
I was like your toy for like 5 minutes. I just kind of popped in.
Could have said something.
I did when you were in trouble.
Did Squick just confirm that he possessed this toy? Squick is actually like an incorporeal being that has possessed this toy.
I refuse to answer any questions. He's just with his tea. His fake tea in his tiny little teacup.
Well, listen here, Squick.
Uh-huh.
We haven't worked together as long as my friends have had their monsters, so we need to start working together and set some boundaries and yeah.
Right,
Okay?
yeah, we're best friends now, and we're gonna be together forever, and I'm just gonna save you all the time.
Okay, maybe, I don't know, sure, but just, I don't know, we gotta be partners in this, okay?
Is there anybody you need me to eat?
No, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. What? You need to eat people?
I don't need to, it's just fun.
Oh, I can give you some of my sister's Barbie dolls.
Not your sisters, though.
What?
What?
What? Yeah, and I think Ollie's just struggling to communicate with Squick as they're walking back to Harper's.
All right, let's go hang out with our friends. But you're my best
With
friend.
my
You're always
friend.
going to be my best friend.
Okay, all right, pal, come down real strong.
Yeah, so we have all the kids grabbing their stuff, heading back. I imagine you all, the three of you, kind of meeting in the middle of the cul-de-sac to head
Can
back.
I have also grabbed some my craft supply box or something because Evie does have a shop skill, and she's an arts and crafts kid, and she knows that the box, we have not been able to open the box, but we have not tried various implements. We have only tried smashing, drowning, hands, I think are
totally
the three methods. So I think Evie has some crochet hooks, knitting needles,
yeah,
a variety of colored pencils, some wooden dowels.
yeah. I was
pipe
actually going to ask
cleaners.
you if there was anything you wanted, but before you go back in, what is happening with Harper?
Yeah, I think Harper is she's having one of those autistic moments of oh my god, the exciting thing's about to happen, but she's very internal with it, so she's kind of just standing there what do I do?
Does she stim at all?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. But I think in this particular moment, she's having one of those wide-eyed autistic freeze moments of what do I do first? Do I get a room ready? Do I tell someone to go get us snacks? What do I do first?
And that's when your mom kind of sees you freezing, and she's just like, honey, is there anything you want while you're waiting for your friends?
I think we should have snacks, and do you think they should stay in my room, or do you think it'd be better for them each to have a room?
Well, are you comfortable with having them in your room?
I don't know.
Well, we can just use one of the other rooms if you want to. That's fine.
Can we'll figure it out when they get here. I think maybe.
Okay. Do you want snacks? Do you want games? We have the
Yes.
old Ouija board if
Yeah.
you want that.
Sure, that sounds great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and plenty of movies.
could-
You know that.
Could you ask the maid to bring some of the games from the basement up?
Oh, sure. And she'll like lean over and like hit a button next to the intercom. What is the nanny's slash maid's name?
So she's obviously an immigrant.
Mhm.
Obviously. So I imagine her name is probably something like Philomena or something like that.
Philomena. That's a pretty name. I like that. Philomena. And then you'll wait and she'll come up and she'll be like, "Yes." And she like your mother indicates to you. What would you like, Miss Harper?
Could you bring everything? Because I can't. I can't. I want us to be able to choose together.
And then there's like a beat, and she looks back at your mother, and your mother's just like, "Yeah, just the games and things, movies, games, whatever. Just the kids are gonna come over and they're gonna have fun." And the maid nods and just kind of quizzically walks away. Yeah, and I assume you're still kind of in the dining room, just like half-eaten hamburgers everywhere. Your dad's still like
Yes.
chowing down on French fries. Ms. Nulla's just kind of hovering in the space.
I imagine that my father, during this entire period of time, has sort of like pulled an ollie but slow. Like it took him like 2 hours, but he ate like the same amount that Ollie did.
If not more. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does he stay so thin? Who knows?
Mhm.
But yeah, and that's when like Ms. Nulla like goes into her bag and is just like, oh, and reminds her mother that she had a report that needed to get done and it was finished. So then they start talking about business while you're just kind of standing there. And the maid comes up like a couple of times from like, I assume there's like a basement storage space, and she just kind of arrays things in the living room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go to my bedroom and I'm gonna start pooling together things that like, cause I've never had people over at the house before.
Mhm.
I've never had friends over before, so this is a brand new experience. I've never had friends, period, I was close enough with that they would ever come over here. So I'm like, I'm having one of those moments of like, oh, well, I have this really cool thing that I want to show Evie. Or I have this or there's this book that I think that Ollie would really like, because I received it as a gift one time from someone who I don't remember, and it's like a comic book-esque thing.
Amazing. So yeah,
And I'm having like
yeah, I imagine you're just grabbing random stuff, just kind of overwhelmed by choice because you have so many things. And yeah, by the time the other three come inside, like I imagine it's probably Evie like knocking on the door. And then
Very politely.
yeah, and then the maid will let the three of you in, and there is just this like incredible array of just stuff in the living room once you like walk in the house. And I imagine like it's off to the right is this huge white living room that never gets used.
Should we change into our PJs?
yeah.
Okay.
Harper, like, has a
Harper,
moment where she
show
almost
us
doesn't
where your
realize we're
bathroom
talking
is
to her.
again. Where's your bathroom? Show me your bathroom.
Which one?
We're all gonna go to the bathroom together.
Let's use my bathroom. I feel like Harper should have attention added because she's like excited but also like so nervous.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, yeah. Do you need to roll to freak out?
I think so.
Okay.
She's like,
no.
Okay.
Because like legitimately, I think she's like having like a sort of like a freeze, sort of like I like my stutter's coming out because I'm
amazing.
enabled. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Harper, baby girl, we love you. Yes.
All right.
Porvi hands you. It is a paper bag with little ribbons, and she hands it to you, and she says, "Happy housewarming."
Harper is too anxious right now to correct you, so she'll just be like, "Oh, thank you." And she'll look at you and she'll look at it. Should I open it now?
Sure.
Okay, Harper will start opening.
Are we like in the bathroom, or are we just doing this in the middle
Yeah,
of the
we're
living
in the bathroom.
Okay.
We're in the bathroom.
Amazing.
We're all just standing there awkwardly with like our duffel bags or backpacks.
And like, I imagine Fruit Loop is in the wall, just his eyes.
Mhm.
Blink, blink.
Yeah, and when you open that bag and he sees what's in it, which are those video games, he's gonna lose his mind.
Ah!
Mhm.
Oh my god, it's games! It's games! It's games! Can we play games? I want to play with games.
We have to finish getting ready, but sure, afterward.
Fruit Loop, Miss Bitsy, can you be on the lookout for us?
Yes!
Okay, I close and lock the bathroom door. Did you read
Okay,
my
goodbye.
friendship?
Who did you give the friendship to?
I gave it to Harper
Yeah.
before I left.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not realize it was for me.
Yeah.
I think she would have. Yeah.
Okay. We have to. Does she stay the night? Is she staying the night? Is she having a sleepover with your mom?
Wait, with
Miss Nola doesn't have a soul.
what?
That's concerning.
Wait,
What does that mean?
So Miss Bitsy can I can see stuff, right? Right?
Okay.
It's like, it's not X-ray vision, but it can be. I don't know, if I'm looking for just stuff, she helps me find stuff that
And then she didn't
Is it-
find anything in her?
it was just black.
My aunt, my Mosi says that my soul is the best part of me.
Your soul is you.
So
You are the best part of you then, yes.
So if a soul, I don't really know what a soul was, but if a soul is me, does that mean that she doesn't exist? Is she a ghost?
I don't think she's a ghost because she's corporeal.
What does that mean?
Do we still have the gun?
We do still have the gun.
You do.
I think. Who had the
What?
gun? I think Harper had the
You.
gun.
Bitsy's hair.
I have the gun.
No,
I have
what?
everything. Everything's in Miss Bitsy's hair. That's right.
Mhm.
I
Yes,
open up.
exactly.
I crack open the bathroom door. Be like, where did you say the Okay, there. And I
She's
just
like
reach
in
into
the
Mrs.
corner of the room, like gnawing on like a glittery unicorn doll.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Noah?
No,
No.
Miss Bitsy.
I'm done.
You got me, gal.
I'm done.
Sorry.
I can't do it.
I was like, what is this A24 movie now?
I was very much imagining like a Smeagol.
Yeah, yeah, with her perfect blonde beehive and her red lips just like smearing all over this toy unicorn.
My precious.
No.
No, but like shrink that down and make it pink cotton candy. That is what we're seeing Miss Bitsy
Yes,
do, right?
that is exactly it. Yes.
I am literally crying. Oh my god. Oh, that's too funny. Are you still looking out?
Yes.
I told you to look out. Okay, cool. Harper, I'll replace that at a future date. I don't have money right now.
You
I
don't
reach
have
into
to.
her hair and I grab the gun and I brush off some glitter that got onto it while it was in there. And I go back into the bathroom and close the door again.
She just goes back to chewing on this like glittery unicorn thing.
I'm imagining like one of those My Little Pony blind bags. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Is it
feel like that's the kind of gift that like Harper's parents just randomly get her that she probably doesn't care much about.
Yeah, I was gonna
They get
say,
one
I
every time they
think,
go to the grocery store.
Like, absolutely, Harper, like, she's like, if Miss Bitsy likes it, she can have it. I don't care.
Don't say that too loud.
Evie comes back in, and Porvy's like, "Isn't corporeal when the teacher smacks you?"
That's corporeal punishment. This is corporeal life forms, and that means that they're
Also,
They like to.
no.
No.
Like they you can touch them. You can touch them.
Oh.
Like a ghost is not. That's uncorporeal.
So
One time a kid said something about, and I don't know what it means.
Were they just clapping?
Maybe.
what about the cube?
But okay, so we have to
Yeah.
huddle up in the bathroom.
So we don't know what's going on with the cube. We know
Right.
that the gun is a scary thing.
Oh, I brought stuff for the cube too.
Wait, did we pull the trigger on the gun on anything yet? I don't think we
It detects
tested
monsters. Yeah, that's right. It detects monsters.
that. Let's point it at her.
Yeah, so
If she
but we
has-
don't want her to know we're pointing it. We don't want her to know we have it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
I
Well,
can
then-
be really sneaky.
And
Okay.
we can distract.
We're really good at distracting now.
Yeah.
I like nod at Ollie. We make eye contact.
Yeah.
Got this. Harper.
So Porvy takes
You know this
the
house
gun.
better than any of us.
Does Harper have a dirty clothes basket?
Yes.
Porvy gets in the dirty.
Why was my first thought no, her maid takes them directly from her every night?
It's just the basket never has more than like 3 things in it at a time.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Porvy climbs into the dirty clothes basket and uses it to hop out of the
okay.
bathroom.
Now, Juicy, point of order. Does dirty laundry basket count as trash can?
It's close enough, I think,
You can use trash can.
that if you would like to make a trash can roll,
We'll make a trash can roll to sneak.
yeah, and what I'm going to say is feet plus trash can.
Okay, yeah, okay, so here's what we did. We changed into our PJs, and Harper, Evie hatches this plan, that Harper is going to pretend to be taking, it's one of the wheelie laundry hampers.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, and Harper
Okay.
we all changed into our pajamas, and we all put our dirty clothes into the hamper, and Harper is like, I'm going to take these to the laundry room.
It's also mesh, so Porvy is like in there pointing the gun out.
Yeah, we like piled the clothes. We even
So-
took some of Harper's clean clothes to pile around Pervy.
So hold on a minute here. We're doing a lot of things all at once. We need to really nail it.
Yeah, we are.
So we have this laundry basket that is cloth and wheeled, and I'm gonna yes and you. But Porvy wanted to sneak around by hopping in this thing. So I want this feet plus trash can roll.
Okay.
This is gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard. So does 2 9s work?
2 9s will work. I then need
It's pretty
you
high.
to-
That's a pretty high roll.
Yeah, I need you to give me a feet plus dodge roll now,
Okay.
Oh.
because there are some stairs you have to go down.
Yes, there are.
That's gonna hurt your tailbone.
Okay. That is 2 5s.
Okay, that's good enough to get about halfway down the stairs, but then you slip and you do end up sliding. Boom.
I sit very, very still.
Kids, what's going on?
We were trying to help by trying to find take our laundry to the laundry room for you. I'm so sorry.
And then Mrs. White comes over and she just sees Porvy in the laundry basket with this gun.
The gun, she's sitting on the gun.
Okay. But
We're
like
playing
clothes.
spaceship too.
And I'm imagining like a Harper and Ollie kind of, or not Harper, Evie and Ollie kind of sticking their heads down the stairs. And Mrs. White is like, kids, I need you to be careful and not need a trip to the hospital today. Can you do that?
I'm
Okay,
very strong.
sorry.
Okay. No more rolling down the stairs. Okay, Porvi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go do some work now.
Okay.
And like,
It's like 7 o'clock. Why are you working?
sweetheart,
She's a very
I
important
never
person.
stop.
Mhm.
And
Very
there's like a
important person.
dead, you haven't seen her serious yet. You just get like a glimmer of the seriousness this woman is capable of. And then she
She
just
is a lawyer.
yeah. And then she like smiles and just walks back to her office.
She's on that grind.
Then you can hear her talking to Ms. Nulla.
I think
She's the real girl boss.
Porvi gets out of the clothes basket, says, well, another time, and starts sneaking, like, is army crawling
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
towards
Where-
the office.
Okay,
Yeah, the-
okay, so plan B. Evie would have made a plan B, absolutely. I'll take attention if I need to here. For the distraction.
Oh wait, so
Because
we don't know if
so-
we need a distraction yet. So
mm-hmm.
poor.
Well, I need to be in a different place to make the distraction. is
Yeah,
the thing.
well, but if you'll take attention, we can make it work if we need one. So poor V, you're like army crawling down the hallway towards the office where they're talking.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I love all of you. By the way, I need to tell you I love all of you so much. So give me. Ooh, the sneaky one is that's a dodge roll, I assume. So let's do feet plus dodge.
Would it not be wind? Because she's moving like the wind.
You know, I'll take it. I'll take that argument.
Cool.
That's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I can see wind also being like a
She's
sneaky
holding her
skill.
breath. She's holding her breath, yeah.
It's Grace, right?
That is 3 sevens.
Oh yeah, so you needlessly army crawl
I think that's a jackpot.
silent as an owl flying. And you get over to the office and you can hear them talking.
And I kind of creak the door, get an eye on her, and press the trigger.
Yep. And nothing comes out of it, but the little lights on top light up.
Shit, no one was here to pay attention to which lights. She looks at the lights. What
I think
lights?
it doesn't light up at all if it's not a monster, right?
Correct.
This was like half a series ago now that we tested
Okay,
it out
but
originally.
Porvi doesn't
yeah.
understand that. So what
Yeah.
color lights light up?
Yeah,
I
so
think they're red, aren't they?
yeah, they're red, and it was like an array of them. So the closer you
Mm-hmm.
get to a monster, the more of them that glow.
So what are we talking? 5? Because she's going to report the number of lights
Oh,
that she
all
saw.
of them.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
She's right there.
So Porvi has
Is
no
Miss
idea what
Noah-
that means, but she army crawls backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We have now relocated to the basement theater because the distraction was to put in a DVD and have the IMAX
hold on a
movie
minute
sound
here.
blast as loud as possible.
Yeah.
That's what we were preparing.
I feel
If
like we're
we
going
heard
way too
pieces
fast.
Yeah,
revealing.
no, hold on. Back up.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
So you guys are still upstairs, and that's okay.
Okay,
yeah,
never
you don't
mind.
need to distract. It's fine. So, yeah.
I was
So,
preparing the distraction.
poor V, you can go back upstairs.
Okay. She picks up the laundry basket and takes it back upstairs.
That was
We
good.
just
of you.
left it there in the middle of the hallway?
Not forever.
When she army crawled.
Yeah. I imagine this huge mess at the bottom of the stairs, and you like army crawling so needlessly, and then now you can go back upstairs. What do you say to the other kids?
Okay, so this light was red. I pressed the button,
Mhm.
and this light was red, and this light was red. This light was also red. This light was also red, and this light was red. What
That's
does
all the
that mean?
lights.
Wait,
Harper,
She's
Why?
not
is Miss Nola your mom's monster?
wait,
I mean,
monsters can be
she's-
people?
I've never seen her before.
I
the
look
last
at Miss
couple
Bitsy.
days.
Can you be a people?
No.
Can other monsters be a people? Because, like, Mango can be a mango.
Yes. Yes. No. Yes. I don't know. Probably.
Squick, do you know if other monsters can be like full on people?
Well, I can be your stuffed toy, so probably.
I'm saying in general, do you know if other monsters that exist that can turn into people?
Isn't there like a girl at your school whose monster looks like a people most of the time, and that's the way she hides?
Oh.
Huh?
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Which
monster
NPC
is
is that?
Oh yeah, that was Jenny Whippert.
This is in character. Like the monsters are like, what was her name again?
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
we all legitimately forgot that.
Yeah, no, Jenny Whippert had Barba, who was the gigantic plastic doll. I think it's Susie Stroman, who has Ms. Jeffries / Sweet Pea.
Yeah, the monsters are aware of more kids with monsters that we didn't even know about. That checks
Yeah,
out.
yeah, no-
honestly.
yeah,
that
no
checks
idea.
out. Because I don't think we
Wait.
ever came across
because
those
they
ones.
can sense each other and like communicate telepathically.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that
I'm-
checks out.
Interesting.
I'm confused. Why can Harper's mom see the lady if she's a monster? Can we still call her a lady? The lady monster. Miss Lady Monster.
Ms. Nola. It's okay. We have Miss Bitsy and Ms. Nola. We can just call them by their names.
Could Porvy maybe give me a brains plus outthink roll?
That is a 10 and an 8.
Yep. Tactical hairspray. That's your answer.
She's good at, she can ask questions. She just doesn't know the answer. So she's saying this to everybody else. Why can Miss Harper's mom see Miss Monster Lady?
Everybody could see her. That is something you would have noticed.
Yeah. Has your dad ever spoken to Ms. Nola, Harper?
My dad doesn't say a lot, so I don't think so.
So now we have to find out if her dad can see it.
Okay. Really quick.
That should be easy.
Miss Bitsy, do monsters have souls? Like, do you see the same
Yes.
inky outline? What?
Miss Bitsy, let me look at you.
Well,
I look at Miss Bitsy with Miss Bitsy's eyes. What do I see?
You see Miss Bitsy.
She has a soul.
So then,
What about
she's
Fruit
like
Loop?
a different type of monster. If
Maybe
she-
maybe this isn't a monster tracker. Maybe it's a something else tracker.
Above
Maybe
table,
it's
jog my
like-
memory. Did we point this thing at the vice principal post corpse discovery?
I can't remember.
Because I think
I
there
don't
was
think
something
so.
where we looked at the vice principal and like something was weird.
Yeah, his
It was
eyes.
like in this past episode. Okay, yeah.
His eyes
yeah,
went weird.
It was after I had told him I know everything about Philco and I'll never tell you ever. I'll never.
Okay,
tell you
I, it's been a full like 2 months, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Why did we think that this was a monster tracker?
Because when we pointed it at our monsters, it lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
And then when we
it's-
pointed at ourselves, it didn't.
maybe it's just not.
Just a not human tracker?
Yeah.
Do you have a
Yeah.
dog? Harper, do you have a dog?
No,
Aren't dogs just furry humans?
no.
Not.
Supriya's on a roll tonight. Mm-hmm. So, what do you
Okay.
want to do with this information?
I think we
Um,
need to spy on her and listen to what they're talking about.
Yeah.
My mom's
maybe
gonna get mad if she finds out, though.
we can.
doesn't have
we
to
can
find out.
go- We can set up the movie theater and put pillows and make it seem like it's us sitting in there and watching the movie. And then we can go, I don't know, maybe sneak into the office when they go to bed.
Do they go to bed? She said she never stops working.
Oh, dang it.
I mean,
And why does she sleep in your house?
sometimes.
No, not
But
your
not, like-
mom. The other lady.
Oh no, she's new. I don't know her.
If she was your mom's monster, she wouldn't be new.
I mean,
Okay.
if if she's your mom's monster, then we can just talk to your mom about monsters.
I
Well,
don't think she
no.
is though. 'Cause
Let's.
she's a black hole, like Evie said. Like she's something else, I think.
Yeah, and like monsters have souls too.
Let's cook on this. Let's circle
Let her
back because
cook.
I did bring I like dig into my backpack and I take out like the giant gallon size Ziploc bag just full of craft supplies that I grabbed. Just the most beat up, like random mishmash of craft supplies. The cube. Yes, we're gonna open the cube.
Yeah. Okay. Movie theater, is that, I don't know how, like,
There's no lock on the theater, so
uh,
it'd probably be better to do it in a room.
we can just go to your room and we'll just play music and it'll sound like we're hanging out. And we are.
I think Ollie really wants to be in the movie theater, though.
Yeah.
No,
The movie theater just sounds sick as hell, honestly.
It's just it's just
alternate
not what
path.
we do.
We could pretend we're having a seance and shouldn't be interrupted because that would let the ghosts out. I'm just saying. There is a Ouija board.
And
Okay,
I wouldn't be opposed to actually using it.
I will.
I would.
But is Evie opposed or is Rosie opposed?
Evie is proposed. Rosie isn't. Evie is.
Okay.
Evie's a little weenie.
Wait, what? Oh, you're scared, Evie?
Okay, everybody gets set up. And Porvy goes back down the stairs and knocks on Miss White's door.
Hello? Yes?
I just wanted to let you know that we're gonna have a seance and to not disturb us. Just in case there are ghosts, which are incorporeal.
Wow, that's like a $5 word. Good job. Have fun, kid.
Thank you.
Pervy learned a word!
And she used it right. So let me just get this straight. So you want to use the Ouija board and try to open the cube.
No, the Ouija board is the reason that we were like, don't come close to this room. We're not doing anything that we shouldn't do at sleepovers.
I don't know. It sounds like Harper wants to use the Ouija board.
Harper wants to. Yeah, she's like, maybe
do it
if we
after.
talk to ghosts,
No,
they'll
no,
open the cube for
I
us.
was kidding. I was kidding.
No, it's okay.
Harper will look to Pervy and say, "Pervy, are we friends?"
Yes.
I think that as friends, we should play a game together.
Okay.
Can we play with the Ouija board together? If we're friends?
I definitely saw a movie where they did that. Yes.
Ollie, are we friends?
Yeah, look, I'm on your side. I wanna do it, man.
Okay, cool.
I
Then
guess I'll.
Evie, are we friends?
I hope so.
And on that note, we're going to take a break. Welcome back. Let's get back into it. So I believe, we're going to whip out a Ouija board and have a seance. How y'all feeling?
Apparently, I don't know how to keep headphones on my head anymore. I was just trying to wrap my blanket around me as if I was a scaredy cat.
You know, we all make
Things
choices.
fell down.
That's fine. So, paint a word picture for me, Sal. What does this look like as you're setting up the Ouija board, being the excited one who manipulated all her friends into playing?
So I turn the lights off. I grab some of these electric lights that are like they look like candles, but they're electric.
Uh-huh.
And I'll put those I'll put 12 of them around us, and one that's like sitting right in front of the board. And I'll be like, okay, we're ready. Do we want music?
Mhm.
I think we should have music.
If we're talking about secret things, the music will make it harder to hear us.
Okay.
What kind of music does Harper have?
I don't think really Harper's
I think
a
we've
music
established
guy.
it's 2000. Well, we've established she has her iPod with the 2000s girly pops on it.
Yeah, that's what she'll listen to when she's like out of the house. I'm thinking about, I think she would have one of those like carrying speaker boombox things that, you know, like the 90s, like it looks kind of like a bug head.
Yeah. Yeah.
You say like the 90s as if I didn't have one of those in 2014.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a bug head. I never thought of it that way. But yeah, it's kind of rounded and like angled towards the center front, and the speakers themselves are like big bug eyes on the sides, and there's a CD player
alien bug
on the top. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Love that. What color is it?
Purple.
Okay. So what are you popping in there?
When did Britney Spears become famous? Because I'm picturing
2000.
I'm picturing
like,
it's the
1999.
CD.
Yeah.
Oh God. So,
yeah, that was definitely 90s.
Yeah.
Late 90s.
Yes. Okay. So Toxic is
Womanizer comes
playing
on.
in the background. Anyways, sorry, my gay little heart just leapt. So Womanizer is playing. You have your electric candles all around your room. I'm imagining Fruit Loop has like low-key stolen all of those like CDs and is on. I assume you have a computer in your room.
Oh yeah.
Like an old iMac is what I'm imagining.
Yes, the
Bonkers.
clear one, the one
Yup.
that's like it's got like the it's clear, but it's also purple. It's like the transparent.
Yeah.
You can see the
Exactly.
inside. Yeah.
Yep. And he's like playing the Nancy Drew game and just like totally engaged and just like in a fugue. You have I imagine Squick is off on like a bookshelf sipping his fake tea, just observing. Miss Bitsy is still gnawing the glitter pony, and it's like half gone at this point, kind of like when my dog gets a toy. And what's Mango doing?
I think Mango knows to stay out of the way right now.
Okay, yeah, maybe he's like hiding under the bed, just like staring.
Yeah.
Also a thing my dog does is just like stare.
I think he's also probably a little annoyed that every other monster seems to be getting along great with their kid.
Well, seems to be. Anyways, you're all like sitting around the Ouija board. Like, what are you doing? All of you.
So we have to ask it a question, right?
Are we all sitting like crisscross on the floor,
Yeah.
like facing each other in a circle
Yep.
Yeah.
around it? Okay,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, Harper, do you have like candles and stuff?
I look around the room.
I mean,
She put those fake candles all around us.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because my parents don't want me to handle fire.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
fair.
Fair.
Do the
I
ghosts
almost
know
burned
they're
down my
fake?
house once.
Actually, me too. I don't know why I'm
Corey-
looking shocked. I've
Corey,
definitely
you-
almost burned my
you
house
live
down.
a double
Yeah.
life.
Do the ghosts know that the candles are fake?
I don't know. I've never done this before, but
I just know I read a book once where they did it and like got in trouble for it, and I don't want to get in trouble, but your mom gave us the Ouija board?
she did.
So, do we all have to ask the same question? What happens if we ask different
So,
questions?
There
I
was
think we
an
have to take turns take.
There was an episode of Criminal Minds where there was this group of teenagers that did a Ouija board, and a lot more happened than that. But the part about the Ouija board, like I remember there was someone who was like, one person asks all the questions.
Okay.
That way, it doesn't confuse the ghosts.
Okay.
Oh, should we do rock, paper, scissors for it?
Okay.
No, one of you can do it. I don't need to do it.
Well, I don't know if my question's appropriate for ghosts, because my question is should I feel bad about the fact that Fruit Loop apparently is smarter than me?
No.
I look under the bed at Fruit Loop. Did you tell Perfy you're smarter than her?
No,
No.
Fruit Loop is playing the Nancy Drew games.
I look at Fruit Loop over
yeah,
Fruit Loop's
yes.
shoulder.
He's on level 5. He's good.
Oh, you have to slide the newspaper under the door and it'll catch the key, and then you pull the newspaper back under the door crack and you can get the key that way.
Yeah, it looks like Fruit Loops got it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that
Games.
far.
Fruit Loops a streamer.
Oh my god. That would be amazing.
Fruit Loop says, I got this, chat.
But it's like a crappy webcam from like 2003. And
It's like pink and purple and made for kids, yeah.
and somehow he's ahead of the curve on VTubers.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thanks for the donos.
Oh my god. I don't want to. You guys can ask. One of you can. You guys can play rock or paper scissors. I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Harper sticks out her hand. Like,
Okay, on 3 or go? Like 1, 2, 3, go.
go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I can't see.
Rock wins.
Ollie gets to be.
Go.
Pervy, did you want to ask? We can.
I
Ollie
already
can
said
ask
what
questions
my
on our
question is.
behalf.
Then I can ask them.
Yeah, Ollie can ask. Well, how do we open the cube? That's what we were trying to figure out, right?
We're gonna ask
Ollie
the
takes
ghost
out
how we open
crayon. Starts writing everyone's questions down.
the cube. Okay.
What if Miss Nola's a ghost?
Can
Okay,
you
that's
ask
number
it who
2.
it is? Can you ask who it is?
Who? What is? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
we
have
should
to
ask who
his
we're talking to
name.
first.
Okay.
Because if it's like a demon, they have to tell us.
Yeah, we should figure out if it's demon first.
Ghosts can't lie.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
do we not ask for a certain person? Because if we're going to ask for somebody, I think we should ask for Amelia Earhart.
I think it's just whoever's haunting the house.
Yeah, I think it depends.
I don't know
the
who's
chances
haunting
that
this house,
Amelia
so that would
Earhart
be
is
fun.
haunting your house.
This is I heard that this house is like really old. It like my mom bought a bunch of the neighboring houses and it got turned into a much bigger plot of land. But like some of the rooms
Oh.
are still from the
Single
original
family gentrification.
Okay.
So like
Okay. We ask if the ghost knows Amelia Earhart.
Yes.
okay.
Perfect.
Okay, that's question 6. How many wait, don't they only like allow 3 questions?
I think it's 5.
5? Okay.
I thought you could ask as many as you wanted.
No, then they go back to sleep.
I think
Oh.
it gets more risky the more you ask because you can get possessed if you talk to him too long.
That makes sense. Okay, 5 questions.
That's what my aunt says about TV.
Mhm.
Okay. Ollie,
Ask the
please don't get
questions.
possessed.
Okay, let's start. Let's all touch the cube.
We all put our hands on the key.
So you're using the cube.
Yeah.
Yes, the planchette, yes.
Okay. This is so ridiculous. I love it. Okay. So y'all put your hands on it. All right.
This is such a kid thing that we're doing right now.
It
It's
is.
such a kid thing.
Yeah.
All right. Who asks what?
Ollie's asking all the questions.
Yeah, we've come up with the questions, so now Ollie's gonna ask them.
Okay.
Ollie's very brave.
Ollie takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. And he goes, "Oh, spirit of Harper White's house.
of your lips, I'm on a ride."
We 4 would like to speak with you. What is your name?"
All right. And how we're going to do this is I am going to type things in our chat and you can
Ooh.
react to them.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. It's just
Wait, Riverside?
the cube.
In
Nope,
Discord.
the cube.
Okay, the cube.
Yeah, the cube starts to
Evie
wiggle
like
and
hands,
slide.
and Evie like as it slides towards one of the letters, seriously considers taking her hands off of it.
A. M. E.
It's Amelia Earhart.
Don't talk. Let it finish.
I thought she died on your
L.
show. She should be
I. A.
Got it in one.
Hi, Amelia.
You guys.
H?
I. Oh,
There's
hi.
Are
Okay,
you the one who died on the island?
Wasn't Ollie going to ask the questions?
Sorry.
Ooh, okay, yes. Okay.
Yes.
I feel like,
Yes! Yes! To both?
Amelia, we are very sorry for your loss, but happy to meet you here. Okay. What is going on with this cube?
T. I thought I was going to say IDK for a second.
know.
S.
S.
A.
It's a
C.
It's a cube.
A, C?
It's
U.
C. It's gonna be. She's gonna say it's a cube. B. I'm right.
E.
Womanizer, womanizer. I just need to periodically remind everybody
Okay.
Britney Spears is playing in the background of this.
Well,
Okay.
that's so unhelpful, Amelia.
We
Maybe she
didn't mean
doesn't
that-
know.
We didn't mean that. Is this a dangerous cube?
M A.
A.
I would have thought this was a yes or no
Why?
question.
What? Maybe. It's gonna be maybe. E. It's maybe.
E.
That's what you said. And I'm looking at one of the monsters.
With-
Should we break it?
I feel like we've tried that though, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I
don't think we
tried.
successfully.
Y.
Why?
E.
F.
S. I wonder why.
Ollie,
We should break it.
shouldn't just
Ollie, you should
say
ask if
yes.
it's a demon, because this might not be Amelia. It
We
might be
forgot to
lying.
ask if it's a
It
demon.
might be lying.
We forgot to ask if it's a demon.
Okay,
He-
wait. Do I
He's
ask
asked so many questions already.
Wait. Do I ask about Miss Nulla or do I ask?
No. You need to
Wait.
clarify if it's lying to you or not.
Are you?
We need to know
lying?
if it's a demon.
Amelia
Wait, how do we
Earhart,
know
are
that it
you
won't
lying
lie?
to us?
How will
It
we
has
know?
to tell us if it's a demon or it's entrapment.
Yeah, exactly.
Can everyone roll me brains plus notice?
Okay.
Can it be brains plus outthink?
Nope.
Damn.
2 8s.
2 7s.
2 8s.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. So Ollie and Cell notice this first. You look up like in your excitement, and Squick is trying really hard not to laugh. He's like snorting into his teacup.
Squick!
What's Squid doing?
He's moving the cube. I told you we had to work together, and you're. God.
Wait, Squick.
Wait, I just
I'm
remembered
gonna
something.
roll an outthink to see if I can make the joke that I'm about to make. Hang on one sec.
Will you do that? What's up, Porvy?
Porvy stops and realizes that Squick actually did us a favor because we didn't pour salt around us.
Oh.
And
Squick, I'm gonna just start calling you Amelia because that's not your real name, but you told us you were Amelia.
It's not my name. It's not my
Okay,
name.
Amelia.
Squick, you owe me.
no. Squick was actually protecting us. We forgot the salt.
No, but I told him we have to
He
work
was
together.
protecting us.
No, that's not working together. He
Mango,
should just
why
fight
didn't
it.
Squick,
you
are you a
protect us?
demon? Squick, are you a demon?
No. I don't. What's a demon?
Evil. Squick. You know
What?
what? You owe me. You have to help right now.
Okay. What? What do you need? Got anybody need me to eat?
No, I want you to read Miss Nulla's mind.
Okay.
He can do that?
Yeah, you can do it, I think.
Do you have a monster ability that can do that?
Yes.
Because I was looking for one of your monsters to have telekinesis, and I found it in him.
Yeah, so I have to... Yeah, so...
Also,
the
I do want to,
Bellbrain, which is useful.
I heard what you said to Mango Zoop.
Yeah.
I want to loop back to that in a sec.
Yeah, because I didn't. So what did you say, Mia?
Yeah, so he has Bellbrain, which is useful for mind and emotion reading.
Okay.
All right. Give me a minute.
And he's gonna like swim through the air, pause and like in reverse motion go back, and then put the teacup in your backpack, and then swim back through the air.
Is he going downstairs?
Yeah.
Purvi
Stay out of
follows
sight.
and finds the salt.
While Pervy and everybody and Squick go downstairs, I want to lay on my tummy on the floor and look at Mango under the bed.
Okay.
Are you not protecting Pervy?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
She asked why you didn't protect her. Did you not know about the salt? Because I didn't know about the salt, so it's okay if you don't know about the salt.
No, I didn't know about the salt.
Okay.
Are you gonna eat it? Is it sweet? Is it sweet?
No, it's the opposite.
Okay, fine.
But it looks like sugar. It's not, though. It tricks you.
Okay, fine.
And,
Why's
like,
Pervy
his
mad at
beak-
you?
Because I ruined the kitchen and then I made your day bad.
Is salt the opposite of sugar, or is it sour? That's the opposite of sugar.
Is Cell high?
I was actually in my brain. I'm like, it's bitter is the actual opposite, but salty and sweet.
It was fine. So we'll go back to Squick, who like I'm imagining like clings to like the seam between the ceiling and the wall over by the office because they're still chatting. And he just kind of sinks in, and maybe like an octopus or a cuttlefish will blend in. And then pauses and tries to listen. And then eventually he'll like swim through the air, back up the stairs into the room.
Okay, I did it. I did it. Yeah.
Okay, well...
Couldn't do it.
What?
I tried. Couldn't do it. Mm-mm.
Like you heard nothing, or what?
She doesn't have a brain.
Like it's empty. Like empty space.
She doesn't have a soul or a mind.
Squick, have
How
you
does she desire children if she doesn't have a brain?
Squick, have you ever encountered this before?
No. No. Mm-mm. This is weird. Oh.
And then he's gonna swim through the air and go grab his teacup and pretend to sip from it.
Really weird.
Squid, can you read other monsters' minds?
And you'll see that like his eyes go like black and shiny, because they're buttons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I imagine that they're probably black buttons, but they like film over and become smooth and reflective when he's in his like stuffy form. And he just kind of pivots and looks over at Miss Bitsy and is like, ah!
Yeah, I can do it.
Oh,
She knows so
gosh.
many secrets.
Her
It's all
thoughts
in
are
her hair.
just like a pinball machine.
Literally, a floofy hair full of secrets. That's on her character sheet.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
As
Yeah.
you guys finish that, you look up and Purvi is done pouring a circle of salt.
So, do we try the cube again, or do we just destroy the cube? Actually, it was Squick who told us to destroy the cube.
Yeah, I don't like
I know-
that thing.
I know you don't like
Wait,
it.
wait. Can you clarify that? When you say that, what about it don't you like? Does it like hurt you, or is
No,
it like?
it just feels bad. Just feels real bad.
Can you explain the it feels bad feeling?
And then he'll like say a string of sounds and utterances that make all your brains kind of phase out.
Huh?
What?
I don't like how that made my
What-
head feel.
What did you say?
Oh, I spoke in like my natural language and not your human language. It's hard to describe.
Oh, can you
Um,
telepathic it to
Oh,
me in my
no,
brain?
no. This happens to my aunt sometimes when she can't think of a word in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes she says the word in her home language.
What Spanish? I don't know. There are like 3 human languages, right?
There are like 17 in India.
Whoa.
Okay, Squick, focus.
Yeah.
Can
What?
you-
What?
Can you like telepathic that experience into my brain, and then maybe I can understand what you're trying to say?
Are you sure?
Well, we need information, and you owe me.
Wait, before you do that, get in the circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
what if he's
know
a
that it's-
demon?
I just know it's important.
I love this. Yeah. So does Ollie step in the circle?
Yeah.
And does he prepare himself?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to roll me a freak out, and you're going to need a width of at least 3.
I will lean over as Squick begins to commune. I'm gonna lean over and say, Mango didn't know about the salt.
And Squick is gonna like fly through the air over and extend a tentacle and like touch where like your third eye would be.
Oh god.
How did you roll?
So this is courage, right?
Yeah, courage.
Okay.
Guts plus courage.
Just. Oh my god.
Oof.
Did you get it?
No.
What'd you roll?
I got
2 ones.
Oh, if only you had gotten 3. So, what happens is Squick will like reluctantly, but because you instructed it and he owes you one, will like touch your third eye. And suddenly this feeling comes flooding into you that is like the sense of doom and like repulsion that fills your body, and there is a flood of this like state that consumes you and makes you feel like you are going to die, are in the process of dying, and have already died simultaneously in superposition.
I think.
And how do you freak
Ollie-
out?
I think. Like Ollie goes like catatonic almost, just like frozen, standing there.
Ollie?
Porvy pushes Squick out of the way.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh,
What did you do?
I did what he
God,
asked.
you're as bad as Mango.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
And Mango's just like, hey! From under the bed.
I imagine.
But what's going on with Ollie
That's
right
it. I'm
now?
opening this cube.
Yeah,
I
I
want to
think.
try to open the cube. I take a knitting needle and start trying to pry it open.
Ollie's like freaking.
Yeah, what happens to Ollie?
He's backing up. He's like, "It's really bad, you guys. Don't touch it. Evie, put it down. This. The monsters weren't kidding. It feels really bad."
I think he starts crying. He's so overwhelmed.
Porvy is going to step over the salt circle to keep us in the salt circle and hug him.
I'm going to. Harper, can you have a blanket or something that I can have?
For what?
I'm gonna wrap the cube up and try to like hide. Like I want to keep our hands on it. I think Evie knows that like throwing it out the window, bad idea. But it's kind of in the same logic of like trying to wrap up a beeping smoke detector that you can't get to stop.
Okay.
Trying to like get it away, like muffle it, that feeling for Ollie.
Harper's gonna go over to like the foot of her bed where there's this like little bench. She opens it and she'll like pull out one of the several blankets that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I comfort Ollie?
Yeah, give me actually a charm roll.
Okay. I'm going to use my Ollie dice as well.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this could backfire. I love it.
God, I felt like I was gonna die.
That is 3 10s again.
So Porvi, I think, is so caring and so gentle that it kind of pulls you back to reality. And I think at the same time, Squick, because like your emotional pain is physical pain to your monsters, Squick knows how badly you feel and is like trying to come over and like sits on your shoulder and like taps your head.
I'm sorry, man. You asked. Are you okay?
Yeah. No, you're right. I asked. That's what you guys feel, and you guys just let us carry this. I didn't know it hurt that bad. I'm sorry.
You're my best friend, dude. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And then it like taps your head from your shoulder.
I pat like one of the tentacles that's off my shoulder.
And I think from that ridiculous success, why don't you each take a relationship die with each other?
Wait, each person?
Yeah, Ollie and Porvi.
Okay. Borby.
Okay, so should we circle back to the cube again and circle back to Miss Nola then? I don't know. I feel bad we haven't figured anything out.
Can someone roll notice, brains plus notice?
Sure.
I can try. Is it okay for more than one of us to? Because
Yeah, why don't you all can.
okay, I was gonna say if one of us has to, it should be Harper, but
2 9s and then
also 2 9s. Oh my god, twinsies!
I got
Wait,
3 8s.
matches?
I got 3 8s.
Okay, then
And you roll 3, don't you?
I roll 4.
Okay.
that's wild. So Porvi notices at first that the shadows are growing in the room. Slowly.
Okay.
And you notice that at about the time that one of the like lamps on Harper's like dresser turns off.
Oh my god, Miss
Okay.
Nola's attacking us.
Everybody, I need everybody to get in the circle. Lakshman drew a circle around Sita to keep her safe from the demons when he went to go rescue Ram, and if we stay in the circle, we will be safe.
I've never left the circle.
Yeah.
How
I'm in the
big
circle.
did you draw the circle, Porvi?
I got one of those Morton's
Yep.
those
Yep.
Morton things and like made a giant circle around like we had the
So, like-
Ouija board and then we were sitting and then the candles and then it's around the candles.
Okay, so so I imagine you never turn the lights off and the candles were on and they're like in a circle around where you were all around the Ouija board.
Yeah.
And Mango at that moment like comes and like stands in front of you to protect you.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
As the shadows are encroaching and another lamp goes off.
Oh.
Guys, is there another monster here?
I think it's Miss Nola.
We are protected by the circle and you can't pass.
Where's the cube? Guys,
It's
I think you were helping me wrap it up last we mentioned it.
okay, I want to find the cube. I want to be holding it.
okay. So do you
Outside
take
of the
it?
blanket, or is it like a balled up blanket with the cube in the center? Like a nougat.
I'm gonna be holding it like a nougat in the center. Yeah. I'm gonna be like
Okay.
holding it like this. Like
Okay. So another light goes out and all that's left is like this slightly I assume she's a rich kid, she has a dimmer on her wall.
What about the lights in the middle of the circle? Are those
are
still lit?
still on. And
And Britney Spears is still playing in the background.
as the light goes off on the ceiling and all that's left are the electric candles flickering.
Did we actually summon a ghost?
Porvy picks up the Ouija board, folds it in half, and brandishes it.
I love you. Okay. Yeah, and suddenly all of the shadows get preternaturally dark, and your monsters all start like they start to like that. If they were a dog, the hair would be standing up on their backs, and they'd be like hunched over, looking almost ravenous because they know you are in danger.
You can't pass. This is a circle of protection.
And then suddenly outside the circle, this black shadowy form just sort of rises with
I scream.
these okay, and it like doesn't move like a people, like it's kind of twitchy, and it's hard to look at the edges because they're not real, so like it's like reality is like warping. And there are these like unlight eyes staring at you with like a vacant round look.
I think the gun is still in my pocket, and I pull it out and I point it.
All those lights are on.
Okay. Can I see it?
Well,
All right.
Well-
You have one thing you can do before your monsters start to fight.
Yeah, I did say I scream, and I think Miss Bitsy is going in as soon as I scream. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I think.
Can I do a remember of if we locked the door?
Does Harper's bedroom door have a lock?
Oh, you mentioned you wanted to lock the door. I presumed the door was locked.
Okay, so that means that likely mom can't get in this room during this period of
Yeah,
time.
if she could even hear you.
Exactly. Okay.
Because it's late now. You've been going at this a while.
And it's a
So,
big house.
I
With
feel
that-
like
Yeah, what?
no, I'll save it.
Okay. Then I feel
my
like
my one move is to take the Ouija board and hurl it like a disc, a frisbee disc, to cut off the head. Actually, in her mind, it is like the spinning disc of Vishnu, and she throws it to cut off the head of whatever that creature is.
and it
That's sick as hell, dude.
flies through the air spinning and goes through the neck, and then with sort of a sad thump whacks into the wall and falls onto the floor behind a dresser. And at that, a white wide smile just stretches from like ear to ear with no joy in the eyes. And
I
this
hate
is
it.
where we have to begin monster combat.
Amazing.
I hate it so much.
So,
excited.
yeah, everybody. We need to make some rolls happen to see who goes first. And if I remember, this is feet. Was it feet plus PE or
I
outthink?
think-
I actually have to go look at my notes quick. So, Kibitz, how y'all feeling right now?
Like, really scared.
Terrified.
Harper's
Dreadfully
thinking,
so.
like, this is no longer a Criminal Minds episode.
Yeah, Ollie's thinking like, oh, it was an open. I knew I was gonna die.
All right,
This is-
roll brains plus outthink, so I know turn order.
Oh, brains. I'm good at that.
2 10s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 9s.
A 4 and a 3.
2 4s and 3 1s. Not sure which
Oh,
one beats.
All
the
right,
other.
so Porvy, what did you roll?
A 4 and a 3.
Okay, so you're last. Okay.
Yes.
What did Ollie roll?
I got 2 4s and 3 1s. Not sure which one matters more.
The 3 1s. Okay. And then Harper, what'd you get?
2 10s.
And then what did Evie get?
3 9s.
Oh, heck. Okay. And then I need to roll for this creature.
I roll a lot for outthink, you guys. I'm not good at noticing, but I'm really good at thinking.
Okay, so that's 2 10s on my end. So that means Evie goes first, which tracks with the scream.
And does
And-
Miss Bitsy also go with me then?
Yeah, she'll
Okay,
go
cool.
on your turn. And then Purvi is last. And then Ollie, then Harper, then the creature, and then Purvi. Okay, there we are. Got that. So, now that we have that done, Evie, what do you and Miss Bitsy want to do?
Okay, so Miss Bitsy, I already have a plan for Miss Bitsy. I actually know what I'm doing in combat for once in this game, you guys.
Heck yeah.
Miss Bitsy's sticky tricky claws have a useful thing. They have both attack and useful. They're also double wicked fast. But they are useful for grabbing things and keeping them grabbed. And so I think Miss Bitsy is going in with the claws. Having seen that Ouija board go through its neck like it was like not even there. The goal here is to keep it like corporeal. She's gonna keep it grabbed so that other things can hit it. You're muted, babe.
All right, so you've got a roll to do the grabbing,
Yes, okay.
and
Yes.
I will roll something in opposition of that.
3 1s and 2 3s, depending on what width or height is better.
All right. And 3 1s or 2 3s?
Mm-hmm.
The 3 1s are better than my 2 8s.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can restrain. This won't do damage, but it will restrain. So we'll say the effect is she can't go incorporeal at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Unless,
Excellent.
Yep. So, with that being said, next will be unless does Evie want to do anything?
I think Evie, taking a cue from Purvi, does grab like one of the electric candles and throws it at the creature. Like get away from me. Like she
Yep.
doesn't want to leave. She can't run because she knows we're not supposed to leave the circle, and she doesn't want to get closer to it. This is the only whatever closest object in reach. I'm chucking it.
Okay. All right. Ollie, what you doing?
Okay. Squick is going to, with the nice layup from Miss Bitsy. I think he extends out into his Cthulian form, and then he's going to use his whirring maw and kind of like head sucker right on top of there and see if it does anything.
Okay. So, what is your goal?
To attack. So I'm using the whirring maw to attack, which is gnarly 2.
All right. So make your roll.
Ooh, okay, 2 4s.
2 4s. Okay, so that's 1 damage in the 4.
And then
I thought
gnarly
that's
adds-
three damage because it's gnarly too.
Double gnarly.
Oh, yep, that is 3 damage. Sorry. There you are. Okay, cool. So that is done. Is Ollie doing anything?
I think with Squick kind of hopefully obscuring her vision, Ollie looks down at the circle, looks at all the lights that turned off, and knows that typically with shadow monsters from comic books, that they're weak to light. And Ollie's like, "You guys are my best friends. I'll be right back." And he's gonna leave the circle to start turning on lamps and stuff.
Okay. You try. They don't go on.
Oh no.
Yep. So that'll be you. Harper, what you doing?
So, okay. I'd like to do some like knowledge seeking
Okay.
first. So I want to, after having witnessed everything, I want to get like a basic kind of assumption of like what can damage this thing.
Mm-hmm. That, I guess, is a brains plus outthink. Oh, yeah, brains plus outthink.
Okay. Because I was going to say, outthink and notice are the same number for me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I didn't know which it would be initially, but I think outthink makes sense because you're trying to figure it out.
Oh my god!
I don't have roll 20 open. Somebody say what happened.
0 matches.
Out of 8
9,
dice.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yup.
Oh my god.
And that is so bad. I need you to roll to freak out.
Okay. But like the fact that they're all 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, that's incredible.
Yup.
That's crazy.
That's like one of the only
Yeah.
ways that can happen for you, though.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't freak out. But you realize you know nothing.
Yeah.
And that is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
What is Fruit Loop gonna do? Because he has paused his stream.
Yes, he has. He's turned on.
I was literally typing in our peanut gallery
Yes, he has
chat.
a
Fruit
BRB
Loop puts
screen
up his
on.
BRB screen. Yeah.
His mic's muted. He's good. The question is, would he? Because this thing hasn't actually attacked us yet. Like I don't. Its turn hasn't come, right?
No, it hasn't.
Okay. Then I think he would probably start with defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's he doing?
I think he's gonna stand in front of me, and use large body as defense.
Okay, so he like makes a wall of Fruit Loop in front of you.
Wall of Fruit Loop.
But you can like see like through this. Does he have a hole in the center, or is that just what my niece drew?
That's just
the
what your
first
niece
time.
drew.
Okay, all right.
He's like traffic cone shaped.
Yeah, okay, yes, all right. So, yeah, he like, I imagine him kind of flattening his form to just be a wall in front of you.
Yeah.
And it like kind of curves.
Yes, a fuzzy wall.
Okay. Yep. Excellent. So now it is the thing's turn. And like the head with the gigantic white smile and the black void just kind of turns to Miss Bitsy. And it's going to attack with its smile that isn't happy.
Mm.
I hate that.
3 matches. And it's gnarly times 4.
Okay.
So that I believe is 4 damage in the. Oh wait, hold on. It's 9, 9, 7, 7, 7. Oh god,
That
there are
is
3
6
sevens.
damage in the 7.
That is 6 damage in the 7 to Miss Bitsy.
She only has 4d10 in the 7s.
So that goes to 0. And Miss Bitsy screams.
That's her busy buzzing wings, for the record.
Mhm.
Well, they do have tough times 2, but that doesn't matter because it's still because that only cancels out 2 of it, right?
That cancels out 2, so that brings it down to 4.
Mm-hmm. So that still gets it to 0 because
Yep.
it was.
So Miss Bitsy screams, and I think she lets go in that pain.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. That was a really bad roll.
And the smile widens ever so slightly. What are
I
you
hate that.
What are you gonna do about it? Oh no, it's Porvy's turn. So what's Porvy
Okay.
gonna do about it?
So, Porvy, quick question. I have Jimmy Nichols Granthor +2. Does that give me just 2 extra dice?
That was you were able to add those dice to a body part permanently.
So I could turn a gnarly 3 to a gnarly 5.
Yeah.
Okay. That is exactly what so I will put that's been used. Okay. fuck, his name is Mango. Okay, Mango is going to attack using his sharp curved beak, hearing Miss Bitsy scream. So that is 10d10. Gnarly 5, awesome 2.
What does awesome do again? Remind me.
Awesome 2 lets you change one of the dice after you roll.
Okay.
To any number you want.
So, yeah. That means you're gonna hit, and you'll increase your damage output.
Yeah, so that's 3 6s is my widest. So I will turn another one of those dice to a 6. So that is 4 6s, gnarly 5. That does 8 damage in the 6.
8 damage in the 6?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, that just gets completely lost. And then,
It sucks, don't it?
And then you have 4 more damage to roll over.
I'll roll the damage over to the 9s, because that was my next highest.
That is a good choice, because the smile that isn't happy got a little weaker.
And then Porvy...
Target the 9s!
Porvy has, the pseudopod arms has defend and sharing.
Okay. So what are you, so first I'm going to paint a picture. So you had Mango come and try to defend you, right? Stood in front of you. He like lashes forward with his beak and gets it in the chest, and then rips it upwards, and then like you just hear this like unearthly hollow scream like from a distance, and the smile just tilts downward ever so slightly.
And so before that happened, Porvy put her hand on Mango's back and says, "We are still best friends."
And there's like a little tear
as he goes in for the rip.
Yeah.
And then Porvy is going to take up a defensive stance for her 3 friends. And it is also a wicked fast defense.
Okay.
It's defend, wicked fast, tough 3, and sharing.
Yeah, so that means that you're like, if you go to defend, that will resolve first in the turn order.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but she's not defending the monster, she's defending her friends.
Yes, understood.
So, I mean, at this point, it's not attacking the friends yet, but, yes.
Yep, okay. Excellent. So
Mango is made for battle.
I love this. Amazing. So now that's our first turn. We go back over to Evie, I believe. Yes. So what does Evie do?
Okay. Oh. I think knowing, so in my brain, this entire campaign, I don't know if I ever said this out loud on stream, in my brain, because Mango has tiny insect wings, yes, that are completely functionless. In my brain, they are the 2 divergent genders of the same species. Because they both have these weird insectoid features. So I feel like Miss Bitsy instinctively knows how to tag team with Mango and knows that Mango will kick this thing's ass so much more effectively than she will. Much like Evie and Pervy. Evie makes the plan, Pervy kicks some ass. Miss Bitsy is going to try and continue holding this thing in place so that Mango can rip its ass.
I love that. So exactly what are you doing?
Sticky tricky claws, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I can't use my busy wings anymore, so and I feel like it's going to be better to do this and allow for other people to continue to do damage than for me to do less damage than they would. 2 10s.
2 10s? Okay, so, and is that gnarly at all?
Well, no, this isn't an attack. This is a
Oh.
useful.
Oh, right. What's it doing
I'm
again?
trying to
Sorry.
keep it from going incorporeal. Actually,
Yep, okay.
yeah, 2 10s is the greatest.
All
yeah.
right, so yeah, it won't go incorporeal, so it's
Yes.
solid. All right,
I
great.
have almost no attack features, Juicy. I have one thing that can attack. No, I have 2, but only one's good. Okay, anyway, that's my turn.
I love that. So I'm sorry, I'm just taking notes. Okay, so I love this. This is so fun. How y'all feeling?
Gonna kick this thing's ass.
I believe it. All
I'm
right.
in a similar situation to Evie, where I only, where Fruit Loop only has one actual attack. It's a big
Mhm.
one. It's a powerful one, but he only has one.
Yep.
And it puts me in a situation where I'm like, don't know if I can use it here because we're inside my house and we might.
Oh, there's
break
already some damage in your room from monsters flying around. This is going to be hard to explain.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. So Ollie, what are you doing?
Okay.
And what is Squick doing?
I think because Miss Bitsy is holding down the fort, I think Squick is just gonna keep going, face hugger, and hopefully wipe that smile off her face. So using Worrying Maw again.
Okay.
Okay, that's 3
Nice.
fours.
Ooh, okay. And that's gnarly too.
Mm-hmm.
So that does 4 damage in the 4.
Yeah.
All right. 4 damage in the 4. Done. Excellent. And is Ollie doing anything?
No, I think Ollie was trying to be helpful, but seeing that didn't work, I think he will start collecting some of the little candles and I don't know, put them at her feet and see if maybe the light, I don't know, pushes her back.
Amazing. Okay.
I never said what Evie is doing, so I think for the record, she's like yelling directions like somebody watching a sports game on TV.
I love it. Okay.
Keep holding her!
All right. So what does Harper do?
So, I forget. I sort of have been imagining my bedroom as the space where there's like a giant, like queen size bed in this to the side, but there's still like enough room for us to hold a séance without interfering with the bed at all. So, in my head, I'm just trying to think of how much room we have overall, and if. Okay, I need DM advice on this because the one attack I have, large body,
Yep.
has a gnarly 4 and an area 2.
That's your whole room.
Yeah.
Yep. You have a big bedroom. Area
Yeah.
2 is still your whole bedroom.
Yeah. And please just clarify for me. Area 2 means I'm going to affect the area.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not attacking.
Are you sure? Because I love that.
Mm,
Is Harper as scared of getting in trouble as Evie is?
yeah. Yeah, she is.
Okay, yeah, then she would not do it.
That tracks. And
Mhm.
area attacks, the number of area dice determines the radius of the attack in 5-foot increments. So the 10-foot radius, 20 feet in diameter. If the roll hits, everyone in the area rolls the number of area die for the attack to determine the hit locations affected.
It
So
hasn't
one
really mattered up until now because we've only really been fighting in open spaces.
Yep. And if you aren't the main target, you can roll feet plus dodge to avoid based on the height. And that includes the kids.
Oh, so
So
that would hit all of us.
that
Yeah.
literally all of
Yeah.
you.
So I don't think Harper would use that.
Yeah, probably not.
Not here. Not in this fight.
No, not today, Satan. But so what are you going to do instead?
So it is a demon.
That's not what I said.
Is it like have we prevented it from moving as well as going incorporeal?
Yes, because it's being restrained by Miss Bitsy, and it hasn't tried to move because it's confident and doesn't think it needs to.
Interesting. Honestly, there's not a whole lot that I can do either as Fruit Loop or Harper in terms of actually participating in this fight in that case.
I think Zoop just had an idea.
No, I'm just like, I mean, I think you should go for the door or stay in the circle.
Yeah, so I was gonna go with more roleplay focused approach as a result.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm gonna once again like take an approach of trying to understand more about what's happening.
Yep. Okay. So, brains plus notice. A different roll this time, because I can give you different information.
3 6s.
All right. Without a doubt, this
So
is...
it is a demon!
Without a doubt. 666. Hilarious. You're so funny. Without a doubt, this is Miss Nulla.
Yeah, okay.
Because the shadow kind of has the beehive shape.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
I had a feeling the moment you said the smile that didn't go past the eyes at the very beginning, I'm like, you're referencing.
Yup. And you are confident you can win this fight, but it's not gonna be easy.
Okay.
And that smile, like, something that you haven't encountered before is this thing is not just dangerous to your monsters.
Mm-hmm.
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 All right. Anything else?
Not Fruit Loop's gonna stay where he is. And I'm going to, on as every turn, just try to learn more things about what's happening.
Okay. And now it's Ms. Nulla's turn. And
Before
yes.
she attacks, Porvy is going to use sharing to defend Mango. Wicked fast, tough 3.
Okay, I love that.
And she's going to do it by ripping whatever well, you tell me how she attacks first.
Yeah, you're not gonna like this.
Uh-huh.
It's not going for Mango, is she?
No, it's going
No.
for the children. So the thing
Oh!
about the smile that isn't happy is one of its useful properties is scary.
Mm.
And the head kind of tilts and pivots back to the 4 kids. And I'm gonna roll.
I have a plan, you guys. I have a plan.
Actually, this doesn't really need a roll, but we're gonna see something here. So no matches, that's fine. That means no bonus damage. All of you need to roll to freak out.
Okay.
But this is going to be a width 3 or higher.
Ooh, okay. Can I use my relationship with Harper on this, because she to my eyes appears to be staying calm, cool, and collected in this situation and in analysis mode?
And it's giving you confidence? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can add a die, but there's consequences.
I know, but that way I'm rolling 7 instead of 4. Okay. That is 3 7s. I shit you not. Thank
right.
God.
So, Evie has a 3. Does anyone else have...
I didn't expect
a
that to
match
work,
of-
honestly.
Yeah, 3 of a
I
kind.
have 3 3s.
Okay. Ollie got 0.
I did not roll higher than 2 matches.
Okay. I need you each to roll a d10.
All of us?
Nope, just those 2.
Okay. I have a plan, gang.
Nat 1.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. Well, yeah, okay. And then
7.
Ollie, 7. So each of your monsters takes a damage in that location.
Okay.
And you both freak out. Which means for Ollie and Harper, I'm going to choose what your monster does next round, because your monster is basically rabid at this point. And infuriated by the pain it's feeling because of your pain. So next would be Porvy.
Okay. So she is trying to protect Mango. She has ripped a sheet off the bed to stop whatever this thing does to Mango, but it doesn't do anything to Mango, and she realizes that she's protecting the wrong people. Mango feels her anguish at this and attacks. And let's see. That is 4 sevens.
4 sevens. Oh God, is that gnarly?
Wait, that's so that's I can either do 1 or 7. I have 3 1s and 3 sevens.
Okay, doesn't matter the height. And then was this the one that also was awesome?
Yeah, that's awesome. So I can choose either one and make it 4.
Okay, yep. So you get 4. You get a match of 4
Plus
of a
5
kind.
gnarly.
So that's 3 and 5, 8 damage in the 1 or in the 7. Which do you
Yeah.
prefer?
Let's go with the 7.
That's a really good choice. Because that takes out the smile.
Yes.
So the smile turns into a frown, like an inverted version of itself in that like perfect arc, and then gets very thin. Excellent. All right, is that it?
Yes.
All right, we are back to Evie.
Pervy, I'm sorry, I need to leave the salt circle.
Okay.
Evie is running and screaming for Mrs. White because there's a ghost in Harper's bedroom.
Okay. You go to the door.
In fact, I'm screaming for Ms. Nulla and Mrs. White.
Okay. The frown kind of tilts back to a smile. It's not as scary, but it's amused. And there's no reaction anywhere.
Okay, cool, but I'm going to get Mrs. White because
I'm
I'm hoping to get Ms. Nulla in trouble for not doing her job.
Can you roll maybe a freak out?
Okay.
And
I
I'll
can
tell
do
you
that.
why.
Cool.
Oh shit, the door is not gonna open.
Well, I know how to. I'm assuming it's just a turn lock. Double 5s.
Okay, so you don't freak out, but the door cannot open. The knob cannot turn.
Even though I know how to use a turn lock?
Yep.
Motherfucker! Evie doesn't swear. Rosie does.
Yep.
There's an adult woman in Evie's heart that cusses. Okay, well, Miss Bitsy is going to just start biting.
All right. All right, so roll your attack.
Yeah, so she's been grabbed onto like some tendril of shadow this whole time, and now she's just like bites into whatever she's been holding on to. I just dropped one of my d10s. Hang on. That's 8. Yes, that's 8. That is, I do roll 8 for this. Yes, and these are gnarly times 2. Let me see here. Sorry, I have to like sort these. Okay, 2 6s.
2 6s. Okay, so is that gnarly?
Gnarly times 2.
Okay, so that's 3 damage in the 6. All right. That takes out that one.
I thought the 6 was already gone.
See, here's the thing.
It rolls over to the next one, doesn't it?
It does, and it was already gone, but that smile that isn't happy also healed.
What?
So that's why it's good you took it out. Yeah, the smile that isn't happy, when it did its damage, both times it healed back. That's one of its usefuls. All right. So, that's okay. So, next we are on. I can read my own notes. Ollie.
Okay. Squick is going to. I think Squick is gonna start to help constrict the monster and use its terrible tendrils to wrap around the neck,
Okay.
the arms.
Are you doing damage or are you doing the useful thing?
Well, yeah. I guess it's an attack, yeah, because I don't have useful on there.
Okay,
So, yeah,
that's
attacking.
fine. Yep, no, not a problem. All right, so roll your attack.
Okay, and I'm picking 10 for my awesome feature, so hopefully I get 10. Or no, 9. I'll pick 9.
Okay.
Okay, 2 9s.
well, you have the 2 sevens or the 2 nines. So either way, it's the same area. That is gnarly 1, so that is 2 damage. Which, do you want to roll that up or down?
Ooh. Down?
Okay. So the tentacles like constrict over the eyes and squeeze the head. And you do 2 damage there.
Ooh. Still face hugging after all this time.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. All right. Next is Harper.
So, Fruit Loop still is in defense mode. He's in armor attack.
Oh, wait a minute. That's
Hmm.
right. You
Hmm.
freaked out. And I would have done the same thing with Squick, so that's fine. So I'm actually going to take a look at, and I'm not going to do the area of attack, I don't think, because that would be mean to a fault GM nonsense. But I'm going to make a choice here for you with what
Okay.
Fruit Loop does.
Mm.
And you can try to keep him in control, but you are freaking out, so that's going to take a pretty hard roll to do it.
Mm.
So if you want to gain control back, you'd have to give me some form of a face roll. And you'd
Well,
have to get at least wit 3.
Question first. What is
Yeah.
he doing that I would be preventing him from doing? Because if
I
it's
think
something that I
he's-
don't particularly hate, I'm like,
That's fair. I think that he's going to use his big mouth to stun.
that's fine.
Yep, okay. So I'm rolling
That's
that for you. And 2 matches. So
twos.
the thing is stunned, which means it'll lose its next turn. You're freaking out, and Ollie is freaking out right now. So how are you both actually freaking out at the moment?
I think last term, I think Ollie was trying to be helpful with the lights and was like crawling on the ground. I think he's just like in fetal position and he's like holding, like he's covering his face, like he's just trying to hide but can't.
Yeah, he's been through a lot in the last couple of hours. And what's Harper doing?
And we're freaking out because we got scared, right?
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I can't imagine Harper scared. So as a result, I'm like having some trouble imagining what she would do.
Is she in shutdown mode?
That's what I was
Probably.
kind of thinking, is
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of goes flat affect.
Mm-hmm. Like if you tried to push her, she wouldn't even register it.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Full disassociation, out of body experience right now.
Okay. And so then Ms. Nulla is stunned from the shout.
Okay. Porvi is letting go of the blanket and grabbing a trash can.
I love that for you. What are you doing with it?
Protecting Ollie.
That's so sweet. Okay, perfect. And then what is Mango doing?
Mango is just attacking some more. He's just ripping everything apart with his sharp beak.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, very One Punch Man here.
So let's see. So I can do 2 zeros, 2 9s, or 2 8s. We will go 2 zeros, so we'll make that 3 zeros.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 10s, so 7 damage in the 10s.
7 damage in the 10s. Okay. So, do you want to roll the remainder up or down?
Up.
Up. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
That just means, does it go to the 1 and 2, or does it go to the 4 and 5?
Yeah, okay.
Relative to the 10. So, it went to the 1 and 2 because it rolled over.
Yes.
So, yeah, this thing, it's starting to like fade a bit, and there's like a dark spot in the chest where Mango had attacked with that big first initial attack. Something's becoming visible as it's losing its staying power. All right, new round, which means Evie.
Great. I'm gonna request some shenanigans. May I please use my hypnotic suggestion from Prismatic Peepers to request that the mango is allowed to take an attack for me? I use hypnotic suggestion to tell Mango to go faster.
Okay. For sheer audacity, I'm gonna yes and this, but it's
Yes!
hard.
Okay.
At
okay.
least 3. Match 3.
Amazing. I roll 8d10 for that.
You got a good shot.
So I don't think I'm gonna add my relationship because I don't want to risk my relationship with Pervy right now. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. We're running on stream time, okay? We need to wrap this up. Okay. 3 9s.
You got it.
I will take a photo.
Okay.
I will take a freaking photo. Yes!
All right, then take a photo for the social media for when we release this. Mango, roll your damage.
Okay, that is 4 2s.
4 2s, and then adding another 4.
Adding another, so 3 plus 5, so 8.
Oh yeah. Okay, 8. Okay. So you take out all that remains visible is like a dark shadow in the center where the chest was, and just the like memory of those piercing eyes, like black holes where the face was. Okay. I love this. So, Ollie, what are you doing now that you're regaining some of your composure?
I will say I didn't let you didn't get to control Squick, so if you wanted to,
You
do
did
that
about what I
effect,
would have
yeah.
done, which is the most aggressive attack possible, so it's fine.
Okay. I think then I think he's gonna start because I imagine the tendrils are still around the limbs and stuff, and he's just gonna start stretching.
Like just tearing like the eyes apart.
Yeah.
Because you were already wrapped
The
around
face
the head.
between the
So-
eyes, yeah.
So yeah, like Squick was already on the head, and now that the body's basically been taken out and there's just remnants of shadow, all that's left is to rip apart the eyes. So give me your attack.
Okay, I'm gonna lucky 7. No, so the 2 9s.
That is enough. All you needed was 1 damage. And is this gnarly at all?
Yeah.
It is.
Then with that, there's like a wet, horrible pop as the eyes like get squeezed and like explode.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry. My bad. As everything evaporates, and with a thud, that like dark spot in the chest.
Catch it
Just-
in the catch it in the trash can.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Give me a trash can roll, please. Feet plus trash can.
This I have a skill called trash can. I have to use it.
Yes, I approve of this message.
I got 2 2s.
And with that, another strange cube kerplunks into the trash can.
Oh no.
Oh
And
my
that's
god.
where we will end it today.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really high pitched.
All right, how y'all feeling?
I'm very happy we got to end that with the climax being trash can again.
Trash
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
It was poetic. I loved it.
Mhm,
And you're
mhm.
just surrounded by this wrecked room. Everything's
Yeah,
a
that's
mess. Ollie's in fetal position.
We're gonna have a lot.
Harper-
We're gonna be coming into it pretty hot and fresh next time.
Yes. All right. And on that
We
note,
explain the room.
why don't we do outros?
Mm.
Starting with Supriya.
Hi, I'm Supriya or Zoop. I played Purvi Patel, Trash Can Girl, and you can find other places where I may or may not also use trash cans by checking out zoopmachine.card.co. I'd love to play a game with you.
Heck yeah. Mia.
Hi, I'm Mia. I just played Ollie Fanchev. You can find more information about me at eoshacard.co. Artist, player, GM. Yeah.
I want you to GM for me one day. That sounds like a vibe. All right, Harper. Or Cell.
We're the same. We're one and the same now.
It
I'm
keeps
Cell.
confusing me, by the way, and it's because on our chat boxes, Supriya has Purvi left, right, and you have Cell Harper left. Wait a minute. Why does my brain
We
not
have it
understand
half of
this?
us.
It is
Half
the
of us
same.
have it flipped. So
Yeah.
Mia and I are using the official TTN podcast protocol, and Zoop
Oh.
and Cell are doing real name character name.
I love that
So-
low-key shade. But, Cell, tell us who you are, where they can find you.
Supposed to be.
If we have not said my name enough in the past 10 seconds, hi, my name is Sal. I played Harper White today. Our resident Criminal Minds expert.
Mhm.
You can find all of my links down in my link tree, also known as my links down below. I love to play games. I love to be part of these sort of things. If you want to invite me, feel free. I love doing them.
Heck yeah. All right, Rosie, who the heck are you?
Hi, my name is Rosalie. You can call me Rosie for short. You can find me on all my social media at Rosatyrs, ROSATYRS, like Rosie and the Little Goat Folk, and then you smush them together and you get Rosatyrs. I am a cast member on Magnificence, a podcast from Tabletop Tailspinners Network. It's a dark fantasy Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast where I play Sage. She's a wizard and a bitch, and I love her. Check out my card.
Thank you. And I am Juicy Garland, your GM for this ridiculous game. You can find me on the internet at Juicy Garland and at juicy.garland. You can find me in All Our Faults, a Monster Hearts 2 actual play podcast that is produced by Tabletop Tailspinners. You can also find me in a whole bunch of other TTN stuff. You can also find me on the Queer XP and a whole bunch of stuff. You can find me with Game Master Monday and a bunch of other places. Pay attention to my socials to see where I am next. Thanks. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.